Walt Disney World union members overwhelmingly rejected a new contract Wednesday that would give them a raise of at least 50 cents an hour, as some argued they deserved a bigger salary increase. About 93% of dues-paying members who voted turned down the two-year contract. The nearly 10,000 votes cast was the highest turnout in the history of labor votes for the Service Trades Council Union, the coalition of 6 unions that represents about 36,000 Disney employees, officials said. Union members cheered and chanted, "Union! Fight! If we don't get it, shut it down," after union leaders announced the election results at Disney's Contemporary Resort. The next move is for union leaders to regroup in February. "We're going to go to the table next year and demand more," said Jeremy Hyken, president of Unite Here Local 737, to his supporters. "We are disappointed that the union rejected our fair and reasonable offer of a 6 to 10% wage increase over the next 2 years, and we will continue to work with the union on negotiations," a Disney spokeswoman said in a statement. Wednesday's failed deal would have given full-time and part-time Disney employees a 3% or a 50-cent raise, whichever was higher, retroactive to September 24 and again in September 2018. Tipped employees were not eligible for the salary increase under the proposal. Disney also proposed a one-time $200 bonus this year for full-time employees and those who get tips. "We deserve more than 50 cents, said Chrisley Karnofsky, who is paid $10 an hour to work at Animal Kingdom's Flight of Passage ride and struggles with a company she loves but that can't support her financially. "We're not going to settle." She has worked at some of the most popular rides at Disney World, which means she gets to bring people joy, she said. But she often asks her grandparents for help paying rent for the apartment she shares with 2 roommates. "My grandparents are my backbone," said Karnofsky, 28, a college graduate with a degree in music industry management. Disney and union leaders had been divided about bargaining since this summer over the wages, and a federal mediator was brought in at Disney's request after the first session in an attempt to help reach an agreement. Some union leaders pushed for eventually increasing the minimum wage to $15 an hour as a way for workers to get out of poverty and criticized Disney, which brought in $1.6 billion from its theme park division in the last financial quarter, for not being more generous. Disney, on the other hand, had countered it was already paying workers $2 more than Florida's minimum wage on top of offering a salary increase in its offer that was voted down this week. Many closely watch Disney and how it pays employees, since it often has a ripple effect in Central Florida. In July 2014, Disney and the unions agreed to raise the minimum wage to $10 starting in 2016. Universal Orlando Resort, which is not unionized, announced in 2015 it would also pay the same minimum wage to take effect in 2016. For theme park companies, it can be challenging to find employees since the unemployment rate in Metro Orlando reached about 3.2%, down from 4.5% a year ago, according to data released in November.